People survive after being frozen for 20 years. Girls for 30 million risked his life to participate in the freezing experiment. But the 3 days that we agreed to become 20 years, she looked at electronic products that were completely unfamiliar. She asked the passerby in surprise. She knew it was 20 years later. She couldn't believe it. Why did I just sleep? It's been so long. At this time, a familiar whistle suddenly came from the campus. She turns around. Is this the brother she grew up with? When she saw her brother's old face, tears can't stop flowing down. In her memory, her brother was still a child, but he turned into a 30-year-old uncle. The sister and brother hugged each other tightly. When I was young, my sister carried him to school. Now I'm going to go to school with my brother. The girl has mixed feelings. Back home, the girl found that her parents had already lived in the villa, and when she walked into the room that her family had left for herself, she found the decoration inside. It's exactly the same as the rental house. Even her favorite Leslie Chung album are spotless. Tears wet the girl's eyes again. Mom told her, the reason why we can live in luxury houses, I owe it to you. 20 years ago, the family somehow received a huge sum of 30 million yuan, and the remark is your name. Use this money. The family started a business. It directly increased the amount by 10 times. It was 20 years ago. The girl still lives in a 30 square meter rental house. Only vegetables and rice can be eaten for each meal. And Lily was. She can only make a living by taking part-time jobs every day. But on this day, the TV partner found her. They wanted her to make a show about freezing experiments, and promised to pay her 30 million yuan. Lily heard about such a high cost. She went straight to the lab, and there's a man with her. His name is Jack, is a well-known director in the entertainment industry. At the beginning of the experiment, everything went very well, but just when he was about to thaw them, Dr. Huan in charge of the experiment, but suddenly he was called out by a phone, but he never thought. He just went out. A sudden car accident, and now the other side. It's time for the freezing experiment. The lab issued an emergency warning. If we can't release them in this case, maybe they won't be able to get out in their life. Only Dr. Huang knows how to thaw. In panic, the assistant doesn't understand anything. He hurriedly turned off the switch, trying to save them, but what he didn't know, once the experiment is forcibly interrupted, the equipment will activate the automatic destruction system.